You know what's interesting? Right now, somewhere, someone just asked you why you don't have any tattoos, and you gave them an answer. Maybe you said you're scared of needles. Maybe you said you haven't found the right design yet. Maybe you just shrugged and said, I don't know, just never wanted one. But here's what you didn't tell them. The real reason. The one you've never actually put into words, because it lives somewhere deeper than a casual conversation at a party. And that's what we need to talk about. Because while half the world is booking their next tattoo appointment, you're sitting there with blank skin, and somehow you've become the one who needs to explain yourself. Like choosing not to permanently alter your body is the weird choice now. But what if I told you that your decision, or maybe your non-decision, reveals something profound about how your brain works? Something that goes way deeper than, I just never got around to it. Let's start with something that'll sound crazy at first. You might not get tattoos because you're too good at time travel. No, seriously. Stay with me. There's this thing psychologists call future self-continuity. It's your brain's ability to connect with the person you'll be in 10, 20, 30 years. And some people like you maybe, are exceptionally good at this. Almost too good. When you think about getting a tattoo, you don't just see yourself next week with fresh ink. You see yourself at 45, at 60, at 80, and you feel the weight of making a choice for all those future versions of yourself. Versions you haven't met yet. Versions who might have completely different taste, different values, different lives. It's not indecisiveness, it's temporal empathy. You're one of the few people who actually treats their future self like a real person who deserves a say in this decision. Think about that for a second. Most people will drop 30 grand on a wedding, sign a mortgage that'll haunt them for decades, have kids that'll change their entire existence. But you pause at a small tattoo because you can viscerally feel future regret before it even happens. That's not weakness. That's a superpower most people don't have. But there's something else going on here. Something even more fascinating, and it might make you uncomfortable. You might be someone with what researchers call a fluid identity orientation. Big words for a simple idea. You don't know who you are yet, and you're okay with that. Actually, scratch that. You're not just okay with it. It's central to how you see yourself. See, a tattoo is a statement. It says, this is who I am, this matters to me, permanently. But what if the most honest thing about you is that you're still figuring it out? What if committing to any symbol feels like lying about being finished when you're not even close? Some people find that liberating, others find it terrifying. Which one are you? Because here's the thing nobody talks about, there's a shadow side to this. Sometimes staying open to future growth is actually just fear dressed up in philosophical clothing. Sometimes refusing to define yourself is really just refusing to know yourself. The difference? One is wisdom, the other is avoidance. And only you know which one you're living. But let's talk about the reason you probably won't admit at parties. The one that feels too shallow, too concerned with what other people think. You care about how you're perceived. Deeply. And you know, whether you want to admit it or not, that tattoos still change how people see you. Your future employer. Your grandmother. That person you're trying to impress. Random strangers who make snap judgments in 3 seconds. You're playing a game of impression management, and tattoos feel like giving up control of a piece on the board. A permanent piece. One you can't take back when the game changes. Now, before you feel bad about this, let me ask you something. Is being aware of social consequences really such a terrible thing? Or is it just smart, strategic, self-aware? Maybe you're not boring. Maybe you're just highly attuned to the reality that we live in a world where perception matters, whether we like it or not. But here's where it gets beautiful. And this is the part that might actually be about you. Some people don't get tattoos because they've discovered something the rest of the world is desperately searching for. They've learned to carry meaning internally. No symbols needed, no external markers required, no permanent reminder etched into skin to prove that something mattered. Because it mattered. It still matters, and you don't need to look at your arm to remember that. Think about the deepest loves of your life, the moments that changed you, the people who shaped who you are. You don't have them tattooed anywhere. And yet, have you forgotten them? Not for a second. Your body is blank, but your internal world is full. Rich. Overflowing with meaning that doesn't need a medium. There's something almost radical about that. In a culture that screams, express yourself, make a statement, show the world who you are, you've quietly chosen to keep the most important parts of yourself internal, private, yours. And maybe that's the ultimate act of self-possession. Here's what nobody tells you. Both choices are valid. Both reveal something true about human nature. The person covered in tattoos and the person with blank skin are both trying to answer the same question in different languages. Who am I, and how do I prove it? But maybe, just maybe, the people who never get tattoos have discovered something profound. You don't have to prove it. Not to anyone, not even to yourself. Your meaning doesn't need to be visible to be real. So the next time someone asks why you don't have any tattoos, you could tell them all of this. Or you could just smile and say, I'm still deciding. Because that's true too. If this resonated with you, if you saw yourself somewhere in these words, do me a favor. Hit that like button so I know this connected. Drop a comment telling me which type of non-tattooed person you are, because I'm genuinely curious. And subscribe, because we're just getting started exploring the psychology hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.